So I know you were married for a long time and you have long-term relations. You're a long-term relationship guy. So you know how makeup works. Like it has to match your skin.
Yeah.
I've gotten so much sun with the Jeep and being at the lake that my makeup does no longer matches my skin.
Do you have to go with a new tone?
Yes, look how dark I look. Don't I look dark?
I mean, I honestly, I didn't look, but only because we've been busy this morning. But now that you're pointing it out, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I was on the water all weekend. I had the best 4th of July weekend. How was yours?
that's good. It was good. We had a good time. It was pretty low key, super low key, actually.
You did the parade though, right?
Yeah, we did the downtown parade Modesto with Chris Murphy. We did the main stage, and that was a lot of fun. We had a really good time there. Um, it was way more comfortable than the tents that we're in every
But
year.
I'm sure because you get to sit and it's all shaded and there's a ton of people up there.
I am okay. So when we do the parade, when we're on our normal radio station tents, it's us and like another person that works there, and the other person that works there is a setup person. And in theory, because we've been doing radio for so long, we should be able to look at the setup person and be like, "Hey, water, please," and they'll go get it.
But
Okay.
we've been the setup person, so we don't do that.
Yeah, that's why I don't do that. And so I don't do it because I don't do it anymore.
I know, but when we first started radio, that was my job was to get you guys whatever you asked for, and you do it now and they get all mad.
Do you remember when we had that kid that was working for us? He'd been there for like 6 months, right? 21 years old. And I gave him a little coupon for the VFW burger at the fair. I'm like, "Hey, bud, go get me a burger, please." And he looked at me like, "Are you really asking me this?" And I remember
He
you
was
looked at him
so pissed.
and you looked at me like, "This is kind of something you have to go do."
Go get the burger because he said so. So I went to Mammoth Lakes, and on the way there, we stopped at Hot Springs, and I got naked.
Yeah, how was it?
Well, because I am a female, so I have a hard time sitting in that goo with my female parts all sticking out. So I stood in it, and then a stranger came up, and my buddy was like, "You're pretty bold. Like I thought you would at least dunked in the water then." And I'm like, "Nah, it's already all hanging out."
Were
Had
strangers
full
naked
on
too?
yeah, full
Okay.
on conversation with the naked strangers. And then they were going to get in, but we were about to go anyway because we were about to go check into our hotel anyway. So we got up and left, and it was interesting. It was the first time I ever did that.
Why do you do a hot springs naked?
I don't know. He said it's like a thing, like you're supposed to. It's mostly like a nomad thing to go out there and just be free willy.
So it's just part of the experience. It's not like a benefit thing. It's just part of the experience.
It's just part of the experience.
I can get behind that.
It was interesting. And I've always wanted to do a nude beach. So that's on our bucket list for later, but it was interesting. He's like, "I love how bold you are. You don't not even care." I'm like, "No, I don't, not really." And then we went to the lake. Go ahead. You look like you have a question.
Oh, no. I'm just listening.
And then we went to the lake and Lake Mary, and we're early birds. So we got there first thing and we were on the water all day and it was awesome.
Any fishing at all?
No, there are a lot of people out there fishing, but we were not one of them.
Okay.
There was a ton of people there, And then we went hiking to Rainbow Falls and Devil's Postpile. Okay, so it was supposed to be a 12-mile hike, and it turned into a 4-mile hike because somewhere along the way, he has told me that maybe I'm a spoiled brat. But whatever, it turned into a 4-mile hike, and I got to see what I wanted to see.
So like you got 4 miles in, you said there it is, I want to go now, and then you just turned
around? We got kind of a late start, and I threw maybe a little bit of a fit because I didn't like his.
If there was a fit in there.
There was a fit in there, and so the shut it silent, and then we got there, and he goes, "Look, we're gonna talk before you ruin the whole day. What's going on?" "Well, this and this and this and this, and I didn't get my Diet Coke. It's all I wanted." So anyways, we got past that. And then the next morning, the bagel place forgot to put ham in my bagel, and we got about 2 blocks away before he flipped around to go get the ham because I'm going to be a cranky brat if I don't get what I want in the morning. And maybe he's a little bit correct in that.
So we will not be vacationing together.
The rest of the trip was awesome. We had the best time. And then he made fun of me and then he roasted me the rest of the trip for acting that way.
So this is where my relationship downfall comes from.
He is not very patient. And he was giving me high anxiety. And so I shut down instead of just communicating with him. So it wasn't just me being a brat.
Okay. I was gonna say because like there's like in relationships, do you have like phrases or things that are just like a hard no for you? Like when you hear it, you're just like, no, I'm out. I can't do that right now.
What's it for you?
For me, it's the phrase, it's all I wanted.
Oh, it's all I wanted.
It's all I wanted because because I can't count how many times in my marriage I heard it's all I wanted. And in my head, I think to myself, there's a whole bunch of things that it's all you wanted. How many things do you all you want? Like, it's just all you want. How many are there? Because when I say it's all I want, there's just one thing.
But when you know that my Diet Coke is
that important. Is standard. That is standard.
But why do I always pack water, pack everything, and forget to just pack a couple Diet Cokes? That's
because Diet Coke out of the can is different than Diet Coke out of the fountain. I get, okay, when it comes to all I wanted, if you're talking about like buttered popcorn, I'm going to say go get a bag of microwave popcorn. But when it comes to a fountain drink, that is different. Fountain drinks, and especially McDonald's, because McDonald's uses that really wide straw. And so it just tastes a little bit different. Fountain drinks are different.
It hits different.
Yeah, it does. It does. It sounds like a drug.
Yeah, it does. So when it came to the hike, first of all, we had to get a shuttle to the mountain, which we didn't know. And the last time was 11 a.m. And he and I both kind of balked at that because we're early. We want to start early and end early. We are both very much the same in that aspect. So I said, why don't we just get the tickets and then tomorrow when it comes around, we'll go. Well, he was like having anxiety to get on. He wanted the bus at 11:01. We needed to be on it. And then this family in front of us wanted to sit instead of standing in the line. So there was like a gap in the line, which I've learned is one of his peeves because then people will cut and it makes him mad. So he gets mad at this family for not moving forward. And so then we get on the shuttle and I'm silent the whole shuttle ride because now I'm thinking we're not going to get there until noon and it's a 12-mile hike. And I don't want to be the jerk who's like, no, I don't want to go on this hike that you've been looking forward to all week because it's 12 miles and it's already noon. We're not going to get back until hella late.
Who's the brat on the trip here?
Right? So as soon as we get there, he was like, hey, we need to talk. What is going on? And so this is going on and your anxiety is giving me anxiety. And he's like, look, let's just go on a 5-mile hike. And then the rest of the trip, I was told I was a brat. It's fine.
I'm waiting for the blow up argument where it's like, seriously, what's wrong? It's like, well, it's just, they're sitting when they could be standing.
Yes.
It's a line and they're sitting. And they're sitting. What are they sitting? You guys are sitting. You know you're sitting, right? And it's a line and you could be standing. Stand, please.
And I'm like, why am I always the one who has to be the happy-go-lucky one? Like right now, I am pissed.
I just don't understand where they're sitting.
So then that night we go out to dinner and we choose the place that I want to go to because he was like, you're right. You never get your way, right? So we go and then we sit and I go, this is a great view. He goes, yeah, the barbecue spot would have had a better view. And I go, see, you're the one starting crap now. Because that's where he wanted to go.
Okay, now when the barbecue thing came up, were you guys laughing about that? Or was that like a legit, like, see? Or like was it a legit anger or was it a legit laughing?
Like he was laughing, but I was not at first. And then he's like, I'm messing with you. Like It took a minute. I said, okay, well, the wound is still wide open. So let's calm it down a little bit.
Right.
So, but we had a good day. The kayak day was most definitely the best day.
Are you telling me that you and him cannot joke about uncomfortable situations like you and I can?
Yes, because we can now.
Yeah. But with you and I, when we have an uncomfortable situation, like we don't even wait 5 minutes. Like we like the wound is fresh and the managers literally just walked out the door after ripping us new ones, and we're like, so that was fun. We'll do that again. Do we get a demerit for that?
Yeah, I'm telling. And so we went to this bagel spot every morning that we were there, right? And the very last day when we were getting the bagel, that they forgot the ham and he flipped it around real quick, we found out that there was a Diet Coke fountain machine in there. So the day before, when I had thrown a fit and I had gone, like, walked around the whole area looking for anything open for a Diet Coke, there was one there where we were. And the last day we were there, I go, oh my God, is that a soda fountain machine? He goes, don't.
Okay, how many days were you guys there?
4 days, 3 nights.
Okay, so you guys were there for 96 hours total together.
Yes.
Out of those 96 hours, take away the sleeping. Out of the awake 96 hours, how many of those awake 96 hours were like kind of like tension argument filled versus how many of those 96 hours were having an awesome time filled?
Total tension, hour and a half.
Okay, so like just a fraction of the trip.
Yeah, just the weight of the hike. The rest of the time, it was just us just kind of roasting each other about how we both, because he admitted that he was like, I was pretty negative. Like, I could understand why. He goes, but really to shut completely down when we're about to go hike 12 miles.
Yeah.
I go, I can be that. He goes, that's a really good word for you.
Hey,
whatever.
Coming up in our next stream, can I tell you how I found out this weekend that I'm kind of an emotional bee?
Somebody finally told you?
Well, no, this was like a self-actualization thing. This was like a self-realization.
Oh, so people have been telling you, you just had to figure it out on your
own.
No,
I wouldn't say people have been telling me. I would say that people have been telling me wrong or telling me at the wrong time or not telling me the right way. There's a right way to tell me things. And I would say that people have been telling me the right way.
Okay, I think you're a little emotional about it right now.
No, because you're telling me the wrong way.
All right, we're going to talk about that in the 8 o'clock
Yes.
stream. All right, you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.